Hi, I'm Will Brown with Will Brown Interiors, and we are doing the family room here at the Symphony House.
And I'm Blake Craghead with Woodson Antiques and Interiors.
For me, I think part of the vision was really about honoring the architectural presence of the house, but also bringing in some modern elements through some modern furnishings, and then also sort of mixing in some other cultures, some Asian elements, as well as some mid-century vibes as well. So I'm excited that we got a chance to do that.
Oh gosh, there's two or three of them, but I think one of my favorites is probably there's a Flemish chest from the mid 1800s, and I think it incorporates a lot of great architectural facets to the piece.
Yeah.
And it also it plays a nice juxtaposition against some of the more modern pieces as well. And I think that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Will's design is the fact that he mixes modern with some older pieces, some antiques, and I think that's. I was fortunate enough to attend a home show outside of Paris in one of my later wine trips, and one of the big things that was going on there, the trend that was happening, was a thing called Belgian aesthetic, which was exactly that. It was mixing everything from mid-century, modern, but there would always be one or two great pieces of antiques that would be incorporated into that space, and it really softened it up a little bit, added a nice interest to the area. Just remember the scale of the room. I think people always have a tendency to maybe undersize on something, and especially like if your room has tall ceilings will shrink a piece of furniture quicker than anything else. So when you think you have something that's big enough, take a look at your space a second time. Maybe, go for something a little bit larger. The same as like with lighting. When I tell somebody and they're looking for a chandelier for their room, if they see something and they say, that's going to be probably about big enough, double it, and then you'll probably have the appropriate size.
So part of what I do with my design is I integrate feng shui sort of in an organic manner. And so the fireplace is going to be the center focal point of this family room. But it's easy in the wintertime and the fall when you think about that being sort of a fire element in the room, warming the space up. But what do you do when it's the summertime and you don't really use that element that much? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you clear out the fireplace of all the ash, and then also bring in what I like to think of as elements of nature that just kind of add an additional uplifting element to the room. So you can use like birch bark trees, birch logs, and place those in an architectural manner inside of that empty space. You can also bring in some things like agates or crystals like selenite or rose quartz, and that will also sort of help to deflect and bring the energy back into the room versus sort of it swooping up out of the room. So you want to kind of create this sense of continuity and flow in the room, and sometimes an empty fireplace will kind of diminish that. So that's my tip.
I am honored and happy to be a part of the thing. I think that this is the oldest running show house in the nation, and it benefits a great symphony that we have here in Kansas City. So anything that I can do to be a contribution to such a great organization, I am more than happy to do so.
So what drew me to participate was actually kind of this kind of serendipitous. Like you reached out to me and we were kind of talking about design in general, and you were mentioning this as something that, because you've done this before, you've done several. This is actually my first time, and so I felt like it was going to be an awesome opportunity because I'm a fairly new business, so it's going to be an opportunity, I think, to kind of showcase some of my sort of philosophy and design approach for interior design. And what I also like to do, and I felt like it could be a great opportunity, is to support local businesses. So really kind of partnering with some of the local vendors, suppliers, retailers, and making sure that they sort of have a presence, as well as artists in the space as well. So that's one of the things that I'm really excited